What's up guys, I'm Ammon Carver. I am going to show you guys some quick tips on how to cut a very classic fringe with a modern twist to it, so that our beautiful model Twee here can actually see what she's doing and feel cool and hit the streets. So the first thing you want to do when it comes to the fringe is I'm going to work with dry hair so I can see exactly where the hair is going to lay. It's really important that I'm not drying the fringe with a part or any kind of direction. So you can see I've prepped the hair by drying it all forward, and then I'm just going to allow the hair to fall forward and start to find that natural curvature of the head. You can use a comb to find the high point of the head or where the hair starts to fall forward so you don't go too wide or too soon. So first up, I'm going to go and I only want to focus this sectioning on the wide part. So a nice triangle section is a classic shaped section because what it does is it creates a curvature that even if the fringe is disconnected, it follows with the curvature of the head and it flows with any hair design. So from the high point to that hair recession, and then just gently clip this out of the way. And then I'm going to do that on the other side, and then I'll show you guys where I'm at. We're gonna add this fringe to one of our fringe focus fringe files that you guys can see all the ways that we cut different fringes, from curly hair, longer hair, and something that's got a little bit more drum or edge like we've got with Twee here. So here's your first section. She's gonna look down, and I'm gonna just check, and right there I wanna check the curvature a little bit more to make sure that's a nice even spill. And I'm going off of the way that her hair falls versus just an exact geometric section. So here's your section, natural spill, triangle section that's going to fall into the curvature of the head. And now, this is the key part where you want to approach the fringe. You don't just want to start cutting from the side. I'm going to start in the center and determine the length that I'm looking for. A key tip as you're working, I like to use a little color illuminator spray on my comb to give myself a little bit of soft control if you get hair that's got a little flyaway situation. So I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to point cut it first, and I'm going to set my reference point. So comb straight down, get right where you can see what you're doing, come in the center, and I'm going to point cut to the length that I'm looking for. So that's your reference point to start, just that first 1 inch. Then what I'm going to do, even though I don't want a fringe that's got an arc shape to it, I'm going to create two sections on the side where I'm connecting and angling my comb just a little bit. So comb down, take my reference point from the middle, and angle my comb and cut diagonally this way, so that you're maintaining a little length on the sides. So now here's a quick little tip. Just to make sure that that fringe doesn't have that freshly cut bang look, I put a little bit of that color illuminator spray again on my fingertips, and I'm going to start to settle it into place. I can use the comb at the root and then start to use my fingers to see how that hair is going to fall once it's dried into place properly. So you can see as it starts to tuck into place, the fringe is going to sit right at the eyebrow and then slide right into the hair design on the side. So I'm going to start there, work the balance on the other side, and then we can start detailing it some more. Key things to think about. Make sure you're checking where the hair is living, right? So I don't want to comb this hair this way and cut that fringe. I want to comb it, release the tension, find out exactly where that hair is going to fall. Don't be afraid to use your other hand to just give yourself a little bit of support so that that hair lays right where it's going to live. So I'm going to come in, use my comb, and I point cut. Turn her, check the balance, take a step back, And now I can go ahead and detail that to make sure I'm happy with the length. So I'm going to go in, closed scissor, wide teeth of the comb, holding it nice and low. You can use this scissor to lift it just a little bit into the teeth of your comb and point cut so you can create a little bit of airiness. The key to these strong fringes is not about blunt shapes. It's about creating that shape that you need, and then go ahead and do some point cutting like I'm doing now to create some softness so it's got a little bit of a lived-in ability to it, like a lived-in texture. So again, taking a look from the front, scissor closed, come in, wide teeth of the comb comes above it. I can lift with the scissor up into the teeth a little bit so I can get in there, and I go very parallel to the hair to open up and soften that line. It's a classic approach to cutting a fringe, but still gives it a nice modern feel. And now I can get all that nice strong shape, and because of the way that I've sectioned it, it's going to start to flow in with those sides. I'm going to take it up just a tiny bit in the center, just because I wanted to have a little bit more interest in the center. So again, scissors closed, into the teeth. And you can see already how that's going to slide in there really, really nicely into the rest of the hair design. One more little detail on this side, and she'll be ready to rock. So, cutting a fringe is always going to be cool, no matter what, like how it's classic, timeless, modern, whatever it is. Take those same classic fringe cutting approaches and a couple of these detailing texturizing techniques and make these fringes current and cool. So there you go, guys. Another cool fringe for our fringe files.